She was a very devout Episcopalian, and her faith was one thing which kept her going during the hard times of living in military life, always wondering whether her husband would come back or whether he would end up dying in battle. She was very fearful of her husband's life during the Mexican-American War, and it's said that she prayed and made a vow to God that if her husband returned alive, she would never more engage in society. She would withdraw from society and not entertain anymore. And some say that that's why she was not involved in being the hostess at all at the White House, because of this vow she had made. When the Whig Party approached Zachary Taylor about running for president in 1848, Mrs. Taylor did not like that idea at all. She wasn't happy about it because she feared that it would shorten her husband's life. She was correct. He did die after only 16 months. By that point, he'd been in the military for 40 years, and I think she thought he had served his country, he had done his duty, it was time for him to retire to their plantation and enjoy what they had of life together. But he had no political ambitions. He was not connected to any political party in his heart, but he believed in his duty. If he was sent to do some task, he would do it uncomplainingly. He never expected to win, yet it was a great surprise, and I know disappointment to her, when he ended up winning. It's said that she prayed every night during the campaign that he would not win. Yet her prayers were not answered, so she went with him to the White House, which wasn't always what the First Ladies did. Many times they would remain behind, back in their home plantation, at least for a while, but she went with him to the White House. By this point, she was rather frail, and she was noted for seeming a bit sickly. So she spent almost the whole time upstairs in her quarters. She wasn't a total recluse, but she did not want to be the hostess. So instead, their daughter, Mary Elizabeth Taylor, served as the acting First Lady, you could say. She was never officially given the title acting First Lady because, of course, her mother was officially the First Lady. But she did serve in that capacity of entertaining and being the hostess for her father. Right after her father was elected, in December of 1848, she married a man named Bliss, William Bliss, and he was also a soldier in her father's regiment. But as soon as Taylor was elected, he appointed Bliss to be his presidential secretary. This was a role often given to family members. Sometimes it would be a son-in-law or a good friend, a nephew, and it was often the position given to the husband of the acting First Lady when that was not the president's wife. He was very happy with his son-in-law and his daughter in these capacities. Elizabeth was known as Betty. In fact, she was affectionately dubbed Miss Betty. She was a woman of very natural, simple tastes. She was only 24 when she took this appointment. At the inaugural ball, she wore a simple white dress with white flowers in her hair, establishing the natural, simple beauty and charm she would have.